Dean, we have a really great interview with
Yes,
us
we do.
today. Man, tell me about the interview today. Who do we
This
got with us?
gentleman has been singing and lifting up the name of Jesus for quite some time. Many songs on YouTube and all digital musical platforms. So after today, let's go and support this gentleman, and because he is doing a great work for the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know him now, you will know him by the end of this interview. Mr. Sherrod Allen, welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are you feeling? Good morning.
Man, we feeling good. It's early here compared to where you're at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, where are you at, my friend?
I'm located in a secret location.
Okay. Well, praise the Lord for the secret location. Well, I ain't gonna
Well,
tell.
I'm home. I'm home now, but
Okay.
I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay,
So Raleigh, very good, because
right.
I didn't want to tell your business, but somebody on the wall said you would Halle Berry, but uh. I'm just trying to say,
Well, I
the
mean,
wall say the secret location is something.
Right, right.
listen, good company, right? Gotta have
Hey,
good
Yes,
company
yes.
with you.
most definitely, most definitely. So, my friend, tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? Where your people is? How you got to be here. Let's give us a little background on yourself.
Well, listen, my name is Cherrod Allen. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on the show, everybody. Good morning. I am a native of Brooklyn, New York, and I'm so glad to be able to be a person that loves the Lord, firstly.
Hmm.
And with that being said and done, a heart to be a worshiper by way of singing and penning God's music. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. My people are everybody that I come in contact with. I love everybody,
Yes.
and that's just where we're at right now.
So how did you get started? Many times our interviewers would have been drummers, would have sung in the church choir. Were you one of those, or did you just come out of nowhere and start
Well,
singing?
I mean, I started singing from the gate, right from my mother's womb. I was just
Right.
joking.
And
No,
when they
actually,
slapped him, he said, "Wait a minute, hold on, that's not the right
That's
note.
the wrong key.
Let me get you right."
Right,
I
right, right,
was like,
right,
that's actually what happened. No,
right.
I'm just joking. No, honestly, it's at home. I started at home singing with my mom and stuff like that, harmonizing with my mother and stuff like that, and being a singer that she was. I would just like follow her footsteps. Her and my dad. Dad was a musician as well, and trickle down into the church choir, stuff like that, children's choir, stuff like that. You grow up in the youth in church, and you go through all of the youth choirs and adult choirs
Mm-hmm,
and young adult choir and mass choir and this
hmm.
choir. So that's pretty much my beginnings with music, and then had the opportunity to sing with some wonderful groups based in New York. Anybody that knows anybody in New York, we love to sing. And there are a host of groups and artists out there
And
that I've
choirs.
been blessed,
Hmm.
yes, to sing with and be a part of their ministries. Even to this day, it's just been a phenomenal experience with being in the circuit.
So growing up in New York, when you say Brooklyn, I think of Timothy Wright, and you have so many other major people, the
Oh
Figaros
yeah.
and Institutional Church of God in Christ and
Oh
Benny
yes.
Cummings and so many of them. Hezekiah
Oh,
Walker,
man.
James Hall, J.J.
Yes.
Harrison started there. How was it growing up in that culture of such great gospel?
Wow. You know, it was amazing. That's I can pretty much say. Just it was exciting. It was exhilarating just to be a part of that culture, and being able to see the greats at
Hmm.
it. What we consider greats.
Hmm.
In the beginning of those times, it was just expiring, and I'm grateful for that. I had opportunity to be in close confines of all of those great artists. Even sung with Professor James Hall and
Wow.
Worship and Praise, and even the Voices of Citadel. and just be in contact with a lot of the music artists of New York.
Mhm.
Listen, if, New York is just the place to be. I mean, I've sung with Professor Danny Easton in Abundant Life as well,
Hmm.
which is another great aggregation of
Hmm.
singers um, and that time, and it's just it was a great time. It was just a great time to be a part of that movement.
Oh yeah, and they have
So,
church.
so I'm gonna
Oh
ask.
yeah,
I,
church, yeah, church galore. Every Sunday night, listen, I even was a part of the 170 Children's Choir as well too. I mean, listen, we were all family, we were all connected.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So anytime we were doing some type of event or
Hmm.
some type of celebration or
mhm,
service,
Hmm.
we always was somewhere,
Right.
mhm,
singing somewhere, doing something, encouraging somebody,
Hmm.
um, and encouraging ourselves,
mhm.
especially like when the weekend come, you already knew it's what's
Yeah,
next concert, where we going,
Right. Church
50th
hopping.
anniversary
yeah,
coming
Hmm.
up.
Hmm.
Yep,
yeah. Well,
church
here,
hopping all through the five boroughs.
Wow.
here's the thing that I always say. Being grown up in California, originally born in Virginia, but most of my life I've been here in California. I always say you East Coast folks just got a little bit more salvation than the rest of us because y'all go to church even when it's snowing. See,
Please.
in California, if it drizzle, we're gonna have to
Right.
we take breaks and
Come
everything.
on.
So tell me, growing up in such a rich culture, rich heritage, with the different seasons, how did you navigate, um, or how did that navigation prepare you for this season in your life?
New York, as it says, if you can't make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Hmm.
You have to, growing up just from being a young person, even with school and traveling, with there's different seasons of weather, whether it's snowing, whatever. We as New Yorkers, we push through.
Hmm.
It's like, we have to get up and go. That's how
Hmm.
we get to get up and go attitude to just
Hmm.
get what we have to get done.
Hmm.
We didn't let things stop us. And even to this day, we still don't let things stop us, no matter where we may be in life, whether we next door, down the block,
Hmm.
overseas, wherever. We just learn how to get that strength and just keep going. And that's one of my models I like to say, keep going, because it allows you just to gather strength. You're not going to let this storm stop you, because
That's
at the
right.
end of the day, you get up and go what you want to. One thing I know is that grown folks do what they want to do.
When they want to do
So
it.
when you have a mind to do something and
Hmm.
a heart to do
Hmm.
something and a drive to do it, you want to get up and do it.
Right.
You got to get up and go to work,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
You're gonna find a way to do it.
That's
So
right.
that's what we did in that day. Whether we had to walk, everything was kind of close knit. With the subway systems, all of the transportation. New York is a big city, so when it was snowing, they'll clear the streets. Within a matter of minutes and overnight, whatever the time maybe, it may shut down for a moment, but we get up and keep moving. Go outside
So
and make fun of it.
so let me ask you this question. I know that you're currently in a different state, but did the folks call you from New York when they had an earthquake saying they was moving to California?
No, they didn't say that. No, no. Listen, no. New Yorkers, they know how to get through.
They tough.
We've experienced, yeah, we've experienced a lot in our time, and 9/11.
Hmm.
That was traumatic
Hmm.
experience, and
Yeah.
you know even with the COVID situation, a lot of New Yorkers moved through that scenario
Hmm.
and still learn how to make it work.
Hmm.
And that's the beautiful part of New Yorkers. We know how to make it work. No
And
matter where you put us, we
and
know how
man,
to make it work.
y'all are known for going to those late night services on Sunday, radio
Yes,
broadcasts and stuff, and y'all stay there all day and
all
still
night.
go to work and go to school and be all right.
Absolutely.
I've heard about that from so many people.
Absolutely. Listen, it made us. I mean, because we knew where our help comes from. And,
Yeah.
we knew that serving the Lord pays. saints, when you serve God, and
Yes.
when you are in the trenches, it helps you to get through the week. It realigns your focus,
Hmm.
and we loved it. And like it's a love. Like, listen, it could be a Sunday night service going on at 11 o'clock at night, especially at 170. You know, we'll get out about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and find some place to eat, whatever case may be, and then may have to be to work at 7 or something in the morning. But we talking about all the deliverances that happen and
Yep.
all the time, the people that the miracles that has happened and
Yep.
what has transpired. And we was like, we'll just take Monday off, push through Monday, and we sleep all day on Monday, depending on what we got to do. After work is done, work and
Right.
school and stuff like that.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you this question, because this is the big question I wanted to ask. The last time I was in New York, we finished our last event about 1 o'clock in the morning, and everybody said they wanted Chinese food. And so I said, okay, well, we'll find, the driver said, I'm going to take you to the best Chinese place in the city. And what was shocking to me is when we got to the Chinese place, the line was around the block at 1 o'clock in the morning. So tell me, where do the Saints go after these concerts? I went to the Chinese, but where do y'all go? Where's the gathering spot?
Well, there are different spots. COVID has come in and has changed a lot of the things.
Hmm.
Um, so it's things that are kind of they shut down a little more quicker now than they did back then. But back then, we had some diners that we would go to. Basically, a lot of diners. That was our
Okay.
go-to spots doing after services, because we knew that there was a great diner, whether it be in East New York, or whether it be downtown, or whether it be in Harlem, somewhere always had an open spot where we can come and sit and just recap. And that was
Hmm.
that was like one of the best parts of the whole gathering,
Hmm.
of us coming together on a weekend basis. Yeah, so you can always find something. I know Cumcow is a wonderful spot. I don't know if they took you to Cumcow, which is one of the great spots in New York on Myrtle Avenue. That's a great spot for Chinese food. One of my favorites as well. But listen, there's so many great restaurants in New York that you can never. I seen a study that there are so many restaurants in New York that you cannot eat at the same one in a span of, I think, maybe 3 or 5 years, something like
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Wow.
It would take a person to eat at every restaurant, and it would probably take at least 5 years for you to circle back to get to that first one if
Hmm.
you did that.
Right.
Amen.
But yeah.
Amen.
So you being a songwriter and an artist, who are some of the artists that you would love to collaborate with? What would be your top list?
I haven't really thought about that.
Well, think about it
Um,
now.
I haven't really, I haven't really thought about that. Who I would love to collaborate with. I would say I want to, if I, for old school purposes, and I don't want to say old school, but
Hmm.
old school purposes, I'll say Vanessa Bell Armstrong.
Yes.
Okay.
I love her. I just love everything that she does. Um,
She got some hot new music
you,
coming out too.
oh
I've
yeah,
heard it.
yeah.
She got some hot stuff coming out, y'all.
All right, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward. Um, and if who else? Who else? Vanessa Bell Armstrong, definitely Leandria Johnson.
Hmm.
Um, who else would I love to work with? Smokey Norfolk, love to work with him.
Wow, some good ones.
Um, who else? Pastor McClurkin, Donnie McClurkin, love to work with him. The list is so many. There's so many people that I would love to work with, but I'm just thinking. Just I know this generation doesn't really know a lot of our what's the word I'm looking for?
Pioneers.
Our pillars,
Hmm.
those who paved the way for us. So
Hmm.
I love to keep that in the mix,
Yes, sir.
as we continue, because without them paving the way
Hmm.
for myself,
Hmm.
just being in the back scenes, even though I've been around for a while,
Hmm.
people don't really know who I am on that level as a songwriter, but just being in the back
Hmm.
of just the backstage of things, I've
Hmm.
seen these people, I worked around these people,
Hmm.
and I just love their energy, their strength, all that they have. And that's just to name a few. Just to name a few.
So, I'm gonna go back on a personal tip because I ask this everybody that comes
I knew
on.
what you was gonna ask.
Uh, is the beard pre-COVID or post-COVID?
This has been here since I was born.
Okay. Okay. So,
So
so,
it's
so,
eternal.
so, so let me ask you a question. Um,
It's been here before COVID.
okay.
Right.
This is
So let me ask you a
I've been growing
question.
this for a while.
Because of the fact that a lot of people that are wearing beards and dreads and different things of that nature.
Mm.
Do you have a routine? Do you have product line that you endorse or has endorsed you because of the solidness of your mane, if you will?
No, I really don't have a product line. I just kind of use a lot of natural stuff.
Berries and juices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I just kind of use a lot of natural stuff. And just I keep it simple. I really
Okay.
keep it simple. Just keep it washed and maintained. Just it. I don't have a
Yeah.
product person that now if there's somebody out there that wants me to endorse,
Right.
yes, you can reach out to me. I'll do it. But
Right.
Now,
at this present
see,
moment, no,
See,
just
that's
natural
that's
stuff.
that's what I always like to get is that there's a lot of people out there that are going to look at different things and they will endorse you, send you their product line, and if you like it, then they set you up on some things. I think that as an artist, as you know, we have to look at the full gamut of your artistry, from your music to your writing to your acting to your endorsements to everything else. And I think that you're
Absolutely.
very, very much endorsable. You have
Yeah.
a great look, and I think that
Good personality too.
the next step in your artistry is going to be even more so undergirded with endorsements.
I received that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank
And,
you.
and I encourage you to reach out to every artist that you mentioned because all those people are very accessible. The Vanessa
Yes.
Bells, Leandrias, it's usually one person away, from getting you to who you want to. So God said He'll give you the desires of your heart, whatever you want, brother. In this time of the year, in this time of our lives, go for it. Take all the limitations off because we can have whatever we want. God said we can.
Absolutely. I definitely believe that. I've been blessed to even on this project and previous projects to work with some amazing artists as well that's in the industry.
Lillian Lloyd.
So yes, Lillian Lloyd, Tiffany Andrews,
Ooh, that's another
Mama
good one.
Sue Roseberry,
Ooh, that's another good one.
Michelle Prather, uh, and who else? Kirby Brown, Vincent Bohannon, Jermaine Clay. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful.
Now, now, when
Yeah,
you work with Mama Sue,
That's our Mama Sue.
did she
I
make
love
you
her.
have to pray extra? Because see, Mama Sue make me tired.
Whew.
And I ain't even playing, singing, or anything.
Ooh,
I'm just in the audience worshiping with her, and Mama Sue will work me to death in the audience.
anointed.
Yeah. How was it? That's what our friends. So I got to ask a question. How was it working with
Okay.
Mama Sue?
Listen, Mama Sue is amazing. Listen, I love her.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
She is the sweetest. Let me tell you something. I love that Mama Sue.
Me
I'm
Hmm.
too.
telling you, she is
Yeah.
Yes.
just so humble. She's sweet, and working with her was just amazing. She was listening to me. She was like listening to. She said, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm," and she was I like her. She likes it.
Hmm.
So and she gave me some good wisdom along with that as well. So she was
Hmm.
like, "Who me?"
Hmm.
I think I believe, and in all actuality, I believe I was one of the first that she's been featured on outside of what she does.
Hmm.
Wow, what a
So to
blessing.
have that, to make history on that level,
Hmm.
I'm grateful for that because I don't think she has been on anyone else's project. So I'm
Hmm.
grateful that she said yes to do something
Hmm.
on my first project called The Designer's Heart.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
I
Yeah.
I noticed that everybody you mentioned is like traditional flatfoot singers. So my
absolutely.
spirit tells me that you like traditional gospel music.
Listen, I grew up on choir music,
Yes, sir.
choir music, choir music. I mean, singing in my the church choir. My god sister Deborah Pritchard. Listen, she taught us how to sing flat footed.
Flatfoot. Come on.
We call her Aunt Deborah. That's what we call her, Aunt Deborah.
Hmm.
Aunt Deborah taught us how to sing flat footed, and she's also part of the Citadel. She sings "I Learned to Trust" on their project,
Hmm.
and Get the Glory. So she was hard taskmaster.
Wow.
I mean, she gave it to us raw, and she instilled that in us, how to sing and to just do it.
Right.
Go ahead and do it. Don't
Right.
be afraid.
Right.
Just do it. Don't be timid. Do it.
So I love everything that I'm hearing about you. Why don't you introduce this song? Tell us about the song.
I have one more
Tell.
question.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. I'm setting it up. I was gonna pitch it back to you.
Okay.
Okay. All
Praise
right.
God.
I'm gonna volley it to
Got
you.
you, brother.
You ready?
Hey, man,
All
we're
right.
on one accord.
Yeah. I want you to tell people about your song, the inception of it. Did you write it? Did you who produced it? All of that, and then Dr. Robert O'Dean has another question, and then we want to play it for the
I
people.
just have one last one.
Yeah. Okay. But
Okay.
can you answer that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, you want to answer now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, again, I'm a songwriter, so I love writing music. I love, I'm a firm believer in giving back to God what He has given to me.
Wow.
And with that being said and done, I'm not going to. I refuse in this day and time with so much technology. We have to learn how to get up and do things. And
Yes.
that's, I guess that's a part of my makeup as a New Yorker.
Hmm.
Just get up and do, not waiting for an opportunity, but creating your own opportunity,
That's
creating
good.
your own space.
That's good.
So that's where a lot of my drive comes from.
Hmm.
It comes from that. I can say to you all day, I'm a songwriter, I'm a songwriter. But if I don't have any works behind it,
Come on.
if I haven't put any um, backing in it with my own money,
Hmm.
how would you, a lot of, some look for, depends on the opportunity. I don't know how they get it,
Right.
but, I just chose the path of let me get it done. There's an old saying, catch on fire, some people will come and see you burn.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's what I'm doing, catching on fire, running with the material that the Lord has given me, and just pushing through, not waiting for someone to say, "Hey, come over here." No, I'm creating an opportunity because this is what the Lord has given me. So,
Amen.
if I could say to any artist out there,
Hmm.
just do it.
Just do
I
it.
mean, I'm not stealing Nikes, shout out to Nike, but just do it. Just get the work done, and
Right.
in time you'll find how to get it done.
Amen.
So in essence, overall, this song, God's Right There, that we're about to listen to, just talks about God being there. God
Mm-hmm.
being there. It's just a tune that the Lord has penned, and I was in my home singing, and the Lord works with me differently. However, it may be a tune, it may be I may get inspiration from a lot of stuff,
Hmm.
and the goal in mind was when he gave it to me, it was like, okay, I think I want this to be a group song, but now I was thinking like, no, Cherrod, I want this to be a choir song. I
Hmm.
was like, who I want pitches to? I was going to send it to somebody else. I said, no, Cherrod, you do it. You put it out there and let it manifest. So
Yeah.
God's Right There just talks about God being right there to encourage people in a fun way, in a jazzy way, in this day and time, is a, a end time message
Mm-hmm.
for everyone to kind of get into. Kind of way into like upbeats and stuff like that. So I was happy and pleased with how the Lord allowed me to arrange this.
Hmm.
And shout out to my musical director and producer Maurice Perry, aka Mo Dot. He's also family. I believe in keeping family close.
Hmm.
So if I know you have a gift, I believe in going back and sowing into your gift as well.
That's
So
good.
Maurice Perry has known him since he was a baby. And every time I say that, he starts laughing. But it's very true.
Hmm.
He's my family. So, and the Lord has blessed him, and then he's an amazing producer. I mean, I'll send him stuff, and he gets it. He knows where I'm going, and we collaborate. And he's like, okay, that's what you want to do. That's what we're going to do. And I love that. I love
Right.
the freedom of what I want to do, and how the Lord wants me to do it.
Hmm.
Not saying, not saying you don't take wisdom, but when you have a goal in mind of directive, a direction that you want to go in, you want to make sure that you are linked with people that get the vision.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm grateful for Maurice Perry. So God's right there is pinned by me. All music is pinned by me. I don't. If I could play it, I would play it too, but I don't play.
Amen.
I just write.
Right. But God put you with the right one to execute your vision.
Absolutely. And like I said, shout out to Maurice Perry. Maurice Perry. Shout out to him. Yeah, look him up. He's an amazing producer.
My last question: you a choir person. Did you ever
Yes.
get the opportunity to go to a Timothy Wright live recording with the New York Fellowship, where they had all those various groups and choirs from New York with different choir robes on and all the top singers coming together? That was an incredible idea.
I was actually supposed to be a part of that recording. I think I went to one of the rehearsals. I did go to one of the rehearsals, and I was going to be a part of that recording. And I just the timing for me wasn't right. But listen, every opportunity that we have as New Yorkers to come together on that type of level,
Hmm.
the I wanted to be a part of it. But I went to a couple of rehearsals and I was like, oh, I can't do it. You know, I was younger back then,
Right.
but I was at the recording. I just could not participate in the recording
How was it
at that time.
sitting there seeing? Because that choir had to be what, about 100 voices or more?
More than 100. Ooh, I think it's about probably almost like maybe almost 400 maybe voices. I'm thinking.
Unbelievable.
I'm thinking because the church was Pilgrim, the very first Come Down Mighty
Yes,
King setup. It was at Pilgrim, one of the like the second largest churches in New York,
for the rest of
if
my
not the
life,
largest. Yeah, yeah,
I'll serve the
yeah. That
Lord.
was an amazing. Yeah, that was an amazing recording.
Yes.
Amazing recording.
Well, my friend,
And
we're really excited about your music and where you're going. We're looking forward to continue to play you and keep you in rotation. Introduce
thank
a
you.
song, and we're going to play
How
it
can
for
they
the
find
people.
them?
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
How can people follow you or find you or reach out to you to book you for anything?
Well, definitely, I am on all social media under Sherrod L. Allen, Sherrod with a C, and last name is Allen, Allen. You can find me under Clad New York on Instagram, and my name does pop up on Instagram as well. You can find me on YouTube as well. I do have a channel on YouTube, so come on over, come subscribe to see what's going over there on YouTube. Going to going to be doing some more active stuff on that channel, and you can reach out to Kamani Davis. Kamani Davis, you can get transformed. Davis, Reverend Kamani Davis, he's gonna get me on for transformation um, agency, transform agency. Sorry.
Well, well, well. I like that. I like that. Share, introduce the song, and we're going to rock it for the people.
All right, y'all. You're about to listen to God's right there. Yeah, I hope you're ready for some good choir rocking out music. God's right there.
Right here on GOD Radio 1.
.com.